What everybody, and welcome to the FB and Goob show. I am FB.
I am still the Goob.
He is still the Goob. And we are sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California. How's the Goob?
The Goob is pumped, man. I am excited. The NFL draft is less than 48 hours away, and we will be putting our GM hats on today. We'll be doing the top 10 plus Niners Packers. I'm excited for that. But I figure at first, let's BS a little bit about some baseball and some hoops, NBA playoffs. I mean, they've begun. I think four of the series are already over.
You think they're already over?
Boston, Orlando, series
That's
is
over.
over.
That's over.
Cleveland, Atlanta, over.
Over. Thought it was
OKC Memphis. That's
that's
way
definitely
over.
over.
All right. The one thing, Indiana, Milwaukee. Indiana's up 2-0, but we go back to Milwaukee now. That could be interesting. What do you think about that one?
I think the Pacers were actually playing very well at the end of the season. So if Milwaukee steals a game in Milwaukee, I'm not going to be shocked. But I think the series is over.
Yeah, I think so
I don't think
too.
Milwaukee's going to beat the Pacers. No.
They just can't defend like they used to. Like, Brooke Lopez and Middleton used to be athletic-ish. Now they're just slow.
Now they're old.
And yeah, Dame's not guarding anybody.
No.
Giannis. Giannis is a one-man wrecking crew. We should get him out of Milwaukee. Trade him for Durant or something. I don't know.
I don't think
Something needs
Durant
to
would play in
happen.
Milwaukee. You
I
might.
mean, less people would have to listen to him. It'd be cool.
That would be cool.
All right, but let's get to the important thing. Knicks Pistons. Pistons take game two to even the series at 1-1. And yeah, honestly, I think the Pistons should have had game one too, but you guys went on a ridiculous fourth quarter run. I don't know if you guys out there saw the short, but Scotty said, listen, playoff experience, fourth quarter, Knicks. And in game one, that was true. What do you think about the series so far? FB.
Well, I didn't want it to go back to the Pistons having home court advantage, which it did today.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Um,
So I
I would
love
have
it.
liked to won both at home, but Lakers didn't win both at home. The good teams won both at home, of
Did you see
course.
the Pistons? They Ron Holland, who was terrible in game one, they put him on the bench. And remember Patrick Reed, that old backup center for Embiid on the Sixers?
Uh-huh.
That dude came in and played some serious defense and was a playoff contributor, which he hasn't even been on the rotation the whole season. So very interesting move by the Pistons. It seemed to work in game two.
Probably has
Take
playoff experience though.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, the Sixers, he has
Yeah.
losing experience.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he has playoff experience of playing.
Oh yeah, no, he
Nobody on
played
the
great.
Pistons.
He no turnovers, a steal, a couple
True.
rebounds. It's better than Ron Holland's four turnovers and
Way better. That's no playoff experience, though. That's where turnovers come from. That's bad passes, bad just you have to play a different style of
nervous.
ball.
Oh yeah, first time I was in my church league game, I'd be throwing passes to nobody. I'm like, Stowe, what are you doing? You don't throw passes to nobody.
That's right.
I
So
meant you.
that's I mean,
Yeah, no doubt.
that's
So that's going to be an interesting series. I
I think
agree.
it's gonna go 7 games.
You said seven. I think six, but I'm cool with that.
Okay. Most
All right,
likely the
moving on
Knicks
to
will still one in Detroit, though. So it'll
sure.
go back to the Knicks having home court advantage. And then we'll both win at home and we'll go to game 7, see who wins.
Yeah, man, that sounds sick. As a Pistons fan, I love it. All right.
As a
Uh,
basketball fan, I love it. As a Knicks fan, it sounds terrible.
all right. On to my other favorite team, Warriors. Sunday destroyed the Rockets. That was weird. I don't know if you saw that game,
I did
but
watch that game. I don't know if Steph Curry's gonna is gonna score like that in the next game, but hats off to him throwing the ball up from anywhere and just making shots.
sure, yeah, no, he's literally the Harlem Globetrotters in a Warriors jersey sometimes. It's kind
There
of
was a
ridiculous.
couple times, yeah, I saw the ball just go straight up in the air from like, I don't know, half court or some shit.
I
And
feel like it had a curve to it too. It was like a curve ball. Yeah, no. Steph was ridiculous. I couldn't understand how Houston scores so many points during the regular season but doesn't have a guy that can score when you know what I mean? They didn't have
right.
that go-to score guy. That's why I wondered about Durant last week. I was like, the Rockets go for Durant because they don't have that guy that can get a bucket.
Right.
So I don't
They
know.
just
I
got
still
guys
think
who get buckets here and there.
I put them on 2-on-3s or 3-on-2s, fast breaks and stuff. No one's stopping this team, but put them in the half court defense where playoff teams know what they're doing. They're a little rattled. I still think it
I
goes
saw I
seven.
saw a rattle Houston Rockets on Sunday.
Yeah, no, this next game's super important for them. I can see it going 7-7 still because they're a really good team, but yeah, Warriors
They're a
look good.
very athletic team,
Yeah.
and uh, but once again, they're a young team. They're like the Pistons in this whole deal.
I was gonna say the same thing, except for maybe next year they'll be good, just like this year when the Pistons win a first rounder against the Knicks.
That's but that's you saying the Rockets should possibly win their first rounder against the Warriors. I mean, if we're going like you said, they looked rattled for sure. So we'll see. They were a
Nervous.
better team in this during the season. You know, they were number two, only to the team that destroyed by 50.
Baby.
And SGA only scored 15 points,
SGA has he's looked like a terrible, terrible backup point guard so far.
right? And he's the MVP candidate. And they
Right.
were
And
number one
OKC.
team in bat. So it's like, and they
Yeah,
still
OKC
beat them by 50.
yeah, they
So
look unstoppable. The Celtics, even though they look unstoppable, also they're starting to get, Jalen Brown's got the knee. Now there's a bone bruise with Tatum. Injuries sometimes. Anyway, we won't get to the finals yet. Are you more interested in Denver Clippers or Lakers Minnesota still? It's 1-1.
I I
Both
actually watched some of that Denver Clipper game. I thought that was a really good game. I thought those teams were quite evenly matched.
they are.
They are, right? It was a good game.
No, that series is going to be sick. Every game's going to be a 5-point game. I think I
Yeah.
don't know. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it was a very close game. The other
Kawhi
games have
looks
either
like
been blowout one way or blowout the other way, So it's like, okay. But the Clipper, I thought it was quite
yeah,
a good game. It was I enjoyed that game more than like the Warriors game and more than, I thought the Clippers Nuggets
dude.
game was a good game of basketball,
We keep talking playoff Jimmy here in the Bay Area, but playoff Kawhi.
right?
I mean, that's real, and he seems healthy. So I'm worried about the Clippers now.
Yeah, no. It was a good game. Denver's definitely worried.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that's playoff so far in the NBA. Unless you want to talk about the Lakers, they won today. Good job.
Yeah, they got beat pretty bad in the first game though.
Yeah, no,
So,
I still think they're in trouble.
yeah. I don't know. No, I mean, the teams that are probably going to go to their conference championships probably not going to get blown out in any games. So,
Indeed. Fair
what's
enough.
game on?
NBA, love it. I can't wait till Wednesday. Game 2 Warriors.
Is that
We have,
Wednesday? That's
yeah,
tomorrow.
I forget when the next business game is. I think we have to wait till Thursday or something.
Probably.
Yeah. That'll be a fun day of work. Good Time Tavern, 125 North, Livermore Avenue, Livermore, California.
Fancy.
Yeah, boy.
Where are we going?
I mean, let's go a little baseball. I want to get into this draft real quick, but Giants Dodgers still playing okay. As a Giants fan, number one on defense, number one or top five in bullpen. So that's kind of how we win stuff. So I'm happy to see our defense and pitching doing well. But yeah, 5-5 in the last 10, not doing great.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I haven't paid any attention to the Dodgers. I made sure everybody got their mail. So,
Yep.
and it's
Yeah,
and it's
no, the torpedo bat thing has kind of died down. There's not a whole lot going on in baseball.
no,
Spencer Strider for the Braves back on the DL, so their climb to the top is going to be more difficult. Not not much going on in baseball. It's that
such a
normal,
long way to go.
yeah, it's that post first week like doldrums, which
Yeah.
lasts like 2 months in baseball.
Well, actually, NBA playoffs last 2 months, and I think that's what makes baseball disappear.
Fair enough.
And the
Fair
hockey
enough.
playoffs started what, Sunday?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
So definitely a baseball killer when you almost got a playoff game on every night. or
Right.
chew.
Or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your Panthers got off to a nice win, little chuck with a brace, 2 goals. Nicely done, Florida.
Game one, Panthers.
That's right. It's all about Panthers and the W teams. Everyone that's starting Winnipeg and Washington. That's what I'm saying.
Winnipeg and Washington. Nice.
All right. Well,
Winni-
hey,
yeah.
let's go
That
to the
was
draft.
enough hockey and
That's it.
baseball.
Yeah, we don't know enough about it. Let's just watch it. It's
No, we'll
all
watch
fun.
it.
It's fun to watch.
It is. All right, man. So a little draft preview.
Ladies and gentlemen, FB and the Goob will be donning the GM hats for the first 11 picks in the Packers pick.
First 11
And
picks
it
in the
should be fun.
Packers pick. Who I
And
will have no clue who's gone left, but
that's right. You get the pick of everyone after 12. So that's
pretty
great.
much I'll just take whoever I want after 12. We'll see who's left.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, as the number 1 pick in the draft, the Tennessee Titans select Abdul Carter, Penn State. He'll be a pass rush specialist in the NFL.
So you're foregoing the fact that Tennessee has Will Levis and Cam Ward is the only player they've had invited to the whole thing.
I am ignoring that as GM. I want a legacy in 10 years from now. When people say the word Cam Ward, people will think he was the Heisman Trophy winner at Florida State a long time ago. And when they say Abdul Carter, they will think Lawrence Taylor.
Well done.
So it's an easy pick. Do I want Lawrence Taylor or do I want Charlie Ward? I'll take Lawrence Taylor.
So now you're telling me.
Well, you suck because you're the Cleveland Browns. So good luck trying to straighten this shit out. On the clock, Cleveland Browns, number 2 pick, 2025 draft.
Well, let's see. We've solidified our quarterback situation with Flacco.
Wait, the Browns took Flacco?
I believe so. I could be mistaken.
You could be sleepwalking.
I could be sleepwalking. Maybe it wasn't. Who took Flacco? Somebody took Flacco.
I think it's Tennessee.
Tennessee. I have to get
That's
Stat
why.
Guy on that.
Yeah, second guy. Flacco.
Well, if we're talking about, I could take Cam Ward right now.
It might be a good idea. It's better than Deshaun Watson, I think.
Well, yeah, you've left him to me. So now I could take the number 1 quarterback on a rookie deal for 5 years,
Right? Almost offsetting the Deshaun Watson thing.
almost offsetting the Deshaun Watson thing. So, and then just get rid of Deshaun Watson somehow. I don't know how, but
Is he more valuable than Travis Hunter?
Well, yeah, because we don't have anybody to throw the ball to Travis Hunter. So Travis Hunter just out there. I have to
Just
make
out
him
there being open.
I would have to yeah, he's just out there wide open. Fuck, what's going on? So since you've let him fall to me, and I need to offset the worst move in the history of football,
Football.
I will take Cam Ward, quarterback, Florida.
All right, the Browns trying to turn it around by taking a terrible quarterback. Way to go. And this leaves me in a very exciting situation as the Giants GM. And whew, so many options. I think our defense is good. I wish Abdul Carter was here so I could make it great. I think I'm just going to mention Abdul Carter with every pick. Damn it, I wish he was here. Okay, but since
you took him with the first pick,
the Giants have no quarterbacks except for Jameis Winston and that other guy. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to take Shador.
no, take him.
No, we're not going to.
Or you could just take him in the second round because that's where he's going to fall to.
That's fair. That's fair. We'll do that. All right. So the Giants, with the third pick in the NFL draft, will take Travis Hunter.
That's
I
fair.
don't think I don't think there's any two ways around it. I'd love to see
So now
Travis
you
Hunter,
have
Malik Malik Neighbors, and Travis Hunter. That's what I
with
have.
no quarterback.
Jameis Winston, baby. We don't have a future quarterback. We have a couple now quarterbacks.
Yeah,
we're going for the win.
I like it.
Travis
You don't think you could have solidified your offensive line or anything? You just took the.
I think that it is a possibility. I just don't think there's a generational offensive line talent here. I think there's a lot of really good offensive linemen, but
You don't
Josh
think
Simmons
that kid
has
who got injured from
problems.
the Buckeyes could be generational? I
Like,
mean, he
well,
was like
if he wasn't injured, possibly,
he was
but we
slated
haven't
to
seen him on
be.
tape for a year and a half since he was like 19. So we have no idea. No, we're going with the short thing. Travis Hunter will get open. He will cover people. We're hoping he's not too small.
All right, announce me being on the clock.
All right. The New England Patriots are on the clock with a number 4 pick, 2025 draft.
I would have liked to take um Travis Hunter.
Yes, with the way New England uses their cornerbacks and wide receivers, it would have been a perfect fit. I agree.
Yeah. If being a Patriots GM, I was hoping that Travis Hunter was going to fall. So, but listen, I am the GM and I'm all about protecting and getting playmakers for my new young quarterback.
Drake May does look like a generational talent. I do like the fact that you are helping him out.
And if you remember, I also have Vrabel as a coach. And
Got that Ohio State connection.
he does. He does have that Ohio State connection. But he also likes to run the ball.
He does. He does. Are you leaning towards Boise this time?
I think if I had Mike Vrabel as a coach, cold weather Patriots, Drake May as my quarterback, I can find receivers second, third round. I could probably find some offensive linemen. I might even trade back in to the first round.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
I'm going to take Ashton Genty
Oh no! Wow,
with the
super
second
early.
pick in the draft.
I
No,
thought only
I'm
like
going to start to I think he can go anywhere from 4 to 10. So,
he is definitely like rising on the mock draft boards. He started around 14, then bumped up to the 11-ish, and yeah, no, he's going. Apparently, his interviews are, "I'm going to kick everyone's ass in the NFL, and I'm a nice guy." They're like, "Hey, man, that's really nice,
I'm going to
cool."
give my quarterback a running back to hand the ball off to. And Mike Vrabel loves to run the ball, a la Derrick Henry.
Yep,
So
Gene T's a beast, a little smaller, a little quicker than Mr. Henry, but
that's all right.
yeah,
I
that's
bet
an
you
interesting
Vrabel,
pick.
I think it is.
It is. It is. As a Jaguars GM, I am kind of pissed off because I am tired of Etienne being a fantasy
Let
draft
down.
pick that ruins my fantasy season every year. Thanks a lot, Travis Etienne. So yeah, as a Jaguars guy, I really wanted to lean towards Ginty. But I will take Mason Graham in a split second. I am heading up to the podium. Mason Graham. I need some interior to go with my Josh Allen, which changed his name to Josh Allen slash something else because the other Josh Allen's more famous.
Yeah.
But I'll take Mason Graham.
Okay, that's fair.
Solidify the interior. Give my boy a little bit more room on the outside. I think that's where Jacksonville needs to go.
Nice.
And on the clock with the number 6 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders.
I don't know if I've told you this, but we just need so much help
In the front office.
in the front office and everywhere that and I would like to change things up this year. I would like to not take a defensive back, receiver, or as the Raiders so commonly like to do,
Drunk drivers.
drivers, guys with machine guns. So, and I know
So
that's
many
crazy.
options.
And we're missing so many pieces here. But we're definitely missing a quarterback. So, and I know this sounds crazy.
Didn't you just sign Geno Smith?
Yeah. So we still need a quarterback.
Okay.
I know Gino, but can you pass up Shador Sanders if he gets to 6 if you're the Raiders?
Oh, if you're the Raiders, you either take the fastest guy or a terrible quarterback. So maybe. Let's say
Well,
you're in charge of the Raiders, though, and not the Raiders. That's the pick I want. I want your pick, not who the Raiders are going to pick.
okay.
I don't want a prediction. I want what we should do to fix these teams.
Well, I would have to go offensive line because the Raiders should
Couldn't
start
run the
like,
ball at all
yeah.
with a really good running back, Josh Jacobs.
Well, he's not there no more. He's a Packer.
But yeah, but I mean, what was his yards per carry in
Who's
Vegas?
the
It was
running
like
back?
three.
Is it still that white kid? Who's the running back for
Zamir White was there.
Zamir
There was a
White?
couple guys. They were all pretty terrible.
Yeah. No more running backs that can be taken because Genti's off the board. So the Raiders might have taken Genti if he was still there, right? It's
Yeah,
possible.
oh yeah, they probably would have.
They probably would have. I mean, Pete Carroll loves to run the ball, but he's just gonna have to wait till the second round and take that Judkin kids out of Ohio State. So that'll
Fine.
work.
Yeah, there's 5 rounds worth of good running backs, maybe 7.
And they brought back Crosby. They've re-signed Crosby. So I'm gonna go with Banks, offensive line.
I like it. Kellen Banks, the Texas kid. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
protect
not sexy, but it's smart. Not
smart, right?
sexy.
Something the Raiders don't often strive
Yeah,
for.
the Raiders always go sexy, and it always ends up blowing up someone's Maserati. So that's it's no good at all.
No, protect Gino. Start running the ball a little better. Starts in the
All
offensive
right.
line.
So
I
I'm the
think
Jets.
you
Oh,
are.
sorry. Were you done?
I am done. I took Banks.
Yes. Okay. Nice. Yes. No, I'm the Jets, and I'm kind of confused what's going on here. Who's my quarterback?
You have Justin
Uh,
Fields and Russell Wilson.
all right, we got Justin Fields. Wait, we took both of them? That is so dumb.
No, excuse me.
All right, Justin Fields.
Just
I like
yes.
it. Okay, and we have a running back still, right? Yep. We've got a really good receiver. Yep, right. Offensive line's coming around. Defense, yeah, we should have enough. I'm taking Tyler Warren, keeping him close to home. The Meadowlands and Penn State is just a hop, skip, and a jump. I think, yeah. I mean, the Jets don't have a tight end, and he
You're
could
gonna
be.
take the kid out of Penn State for the Jets?
Yes, I am.
I like it. Do that.
I am. I'm taking that.
No, I like that. That's awesome. We really, really don't want anybody in the NFC North to get him. So
Right. Send him to the AFC. That's what I'm talking about.
that's awesome. Good move by
Yeah,
the Jets. That's not, but they've got what, Conklin or maybe his tight end still. But
for the last 5 years, yeah.
but
12 catches, 100 yards every year.
I mean that's a good safety valve for Justin Fields.
Agreed. And if he
Yeah,
can't hit him in the short area, then he just can't do it.
he just can't do it. That's why they're going to draft him because if Justin Fields can't throw to this guy, then they know not to keep Justin Fields next year.
Now on the clock, Carolina Panthers with the eighth. Nope. What pick is it? Eighth
Eighth.
pick in the draft.
I'm going to be boring as hell. I'm going to go offensive line one more time. Well, this is why. Because I think now Bryce Young has become the starting quarterback again. And now it's time to build a team around him. Now, you could also say that he has no weapons. So we could go McMillan right here.
Way early for McMillan, I would say.
But it's way early, right?
Yeah, I would think
He's
so.
not Marvin Harrison.
No, he's not.
He's not Travis Hunter.
I don't even think Marvin Harrison's Marvin Harrison at this
No,
point.
neither do I. And then, I mean, and I've heard Packers getting McMillan at 23, which lets you know that McMillan has dropped.
Right.
So, you took Warren. I mean, Bryce Young needs, but at the same time, we could just go with an offensive lineman and we could start to build a nice protection for this young, small quarterback.
Kind of a better safe than sorry kind of pick for Carolina. Playing it a little safe, looks like.
I think Carolina should just play it safe right now.
All right. So which offensive lineman? Campbell, Simmons?
No, I'm going to go, like you said before, Campbell has injuries and Campbell doesn't. Or Simmons has the injuries. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
So I'm going to go with Campbell.
Well, Campbell, LSU.
Yeah. That's
All
good.
right.
Bryce Young needs a nice, young, strong offensive line.
No, I like that. Give Bryce Young's brimming with confidence now. Give him a little more protection.
Right.
I like it. Okay, now the Saints pick.
Hmm.
And I have to take Shador Sanders, don't I?
Why?
I'm
Derek
I'm
Carr's out?
pretty sure I do, but I'm definitely not. Will Johnson, cornerback, Michigan. We doing pick sixes and Mardi Gras parties all in New Orleans. We're gonna have the two best cornerbacks in the league. I'm the owner, so I forget who the other one is, but he's good. And he beat Ohio State, so that's another reason I'm taking him. Huge fan of that.
The cornerback,
From Michigan, Will Johnson.
Will Johnson.
Played like 4 games, had 2 pick sixes. Unbelievable.
Right.
Now on the clock, the Bear.
Who's the number one kicker?
I think Judkins can kick extra point.
Nice. Well, I hate to bore you. Oh, wait a minute. I did pick up that offensive lineman from the Kansas City Chiefs this year, didn't I?
True.
See, I don't want to give the Bears any weapons.
What do they need weapons for?
That's what I mean. We already lost Genty, so I think that maybe if he was there, and Warren, I think they would have taken a chance on the tight end or the running back if they were there.
Well, what about Colson Loveland and Omarion Hampton, the Carolina running back? He might be a stud.
He might be. But now I don't know if you can go running back first round anymore.
I wouldn't. If I was a good franchise, I would stay away from
Yeah.
that.
So I don't think you can.
So you should give the Bears a running back,
So I should give the Bears a running back.
right?
Um,
Give him Judkins. That'd be great. He'll probably ruin you guys if you got Judkins. Judkins to the Bears. I'm doing it.
oh, they can pick up Juggins' second round. They're in the top 10. Unless they've
Maybe
lost their second round pick.
possible.
I have heard that Junkins is kind of moving his way up through the draft, but that Travion Henderson is still a better running back than Junkins, I say, because of his catching capabilities. He's more like a Swifty.
Ooh, more fantasy relevant. Cool.
Yes.
All right,
Um,
Bears. Who you got? You're off the clock.
I'm gonna have to go with just because of injuries. I'm gonna still go offensive line. Membo.
Membo.
I think he was like sacked 7 or 8 times a game. So I don't think that I think they have a lot of work still to do on the offensive line. And I think Ben Johnson will build that just because his offensive line in Detroit was sick.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna go Membo. And only because of Simmons' injuries, and we just haven't seen enough of him. Even though they say he could probably be the best lineman in the whole draft.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to be there for the Niners. I'm kind of pissy that you took him because he
Who,
was
Membo?
definitely he was Membo was my pick if he was there. But instead, with pick 11, the Niners will take Shador Sanders and trade Brock Purdy. You heard it here first. Booyah.
Really?
Why not get another rookie contract for 5 more years? Hell yeah. I mean, is he as good as Purdy? Probably.
You don't feel like it could be a Trey Lance moment going for a kid from a division that you and I could
Very
root for?
possible. Yeah, no, we'll probably have more luck taking the Indiana quarterback in the 7th round. So in that case, we'll probably go best cornerback available or best defensive
You don't want
lineman
to improve
available.
that line. You got Walker, you got
You took all the guys: Campbell, Embu, Banks, Simmons
Simmons.
is left. We trade down and take Simmons would be probably the best way to go. But since
How
that's
about
not
defensive line? All you
yeah,
got
no one
left
I
is Bosa.
it's deep, but I don't think there's anyone right here that I want. I mean, I think maybe one of the Georgia kids, maybe one of the Michael Williams or Jahidi Campbell from Alabama, kind of like a Dre Greenlaw replacement that can rush the passer, but we don't know how we're going to use him yet. It would be interesting. We need defense for sure,
Right.
or Shador Sanders.
Or Shador Sanders. I like the way you're going with that. I like Shador Sanders. I think that's a great pick.
I'd like to trade Purdy and the 11th pick for like pick 30.
What? What do you get in return?
We get pick 30 and they get Purdy and pick 11.
So you're willing to trade the 30th pick with the Lions
Okay,
for
sure. Pick 31 to the Giants or whatever. Then
Giants?
the next round. We don't care. We don't need a top draft pick.
33.
We're giving you Purdy and his contract and 11, and we'll take Shador Sanders whenever he gets drafted.
33rd when you take him.
Yeah, there you
There you go.
go.
Okay. So you're pretty much either going for Sanders or bust
We'll be going best defensive talent on the board in
or
real life.
defensive talent left.
But I'd love to trade Purdy for Sanders and some stuff if that's possible.
Oh, okay. So you're trading Purdy for Sanders and some stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just picks, your stuff.
Yeah, probably maybe a backup offensive lineman or something.
Okay.
Fat guy. We'll take a fat guy too.
Okay, so we're saying we're at pick 23. Packers are on the board.
Yes, we're saying that. Let's see here. Yeah, my list says it could be a lot of people left. So, yeah, go ahead, Mr. Packer fan. Who you want at pick 23?
Well, I want us to trade up and get that cornerback out of Texas. What's his name?
Jadi Brown.
Yeah, that kid. But I don't think we're gonna do it.
Okay.
So
Do you
we
need safeties? There'll be some really good safeties
no,
about
we have plenty of
right there.
safeties.
Too many
We need
safeties.
we need a replacement for Jair Alexander, but if we don't trade up and make a move, we'll go second or third round, I believe. If the
Fair,
kid out of
fair.
Arizona is there, the receiver,
Tet.
you might see the Packers take a chance. I don't know why I'm saying this.
Maybe you trade some of your other receivers.
I something might happen with receivers. But I'm gonna say Michael Williams, defensive edge, Georgia.
Ooh. I like him and Shamar Stewart right about where you're at. Shamar Stewart is like super long, like 6'6", 7 foot reach.
I believe everything I've seen shows Williams still floating around at that time.
Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, you guys are getting faster on defense. Both those guys are fast, so that
Edgerrin
could be
Cooper's going to have
exciting.
his second year, so he's going to be offensive or defensive rookie of the year turned into superstar linebacker.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, he won defensive rookie of the year, so all he can do is become superstar linebacker after that.
Votes.
Votes. Who counts those?
Malik Beasley got second behind Peyton Pritchard this year in the six-man award just because of votes. I mean, he had more threes, more points.
Yeah, I
And
know, but I think Edgerrin Cooper actually proved that he was the best defensive player in the
oh yeah,
NFC.
when he missed games, you guys weren't as good for sure.
Yeah. So,
All right. I got anything other want to talk about Jackson Dart or anything else in the draft? Nothing funny really.
well,
Penn State.
Jackson Dart, is he actually going to the Steelers and is he the next Kenny Pickett?
That's what we want to know, pretty much. Yeah. No, Steelers are going to be fun to track for sure.
I'll laugh my ass off if they take Jackson Dart. Remember, we had them slated taking Tyler Lindenbaum. Remember that center that the Ravens took like 2 or 3 picks after them?
That would have been a good pick.
I think he's like all pro center, right?
Yeah, he's dope.
And Kenny Pickett's like a backup on some other team or his third team.
Yeah, he's holding field goals for the Eagles, I think.
So yeah, so imagine if they would have just taken Tyler Lindenbaum, the all pro center.
they could have kept Mason Rudolph this whole time
Mason Rudolph could have been the starting quarterback there.
with lots of experience. Yeah,
And
no.
yeah, now they got Mason back starting as the quarterback and no Tyler Lindenbaum. So I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Right. As long as they don't sign the man whose name shall not be named, Baltimore,
Oh,
then
you mean Aaron Rodgers?
yeah, that dick. He cannot come to Pittsburgh. He'll get assassinated.
Well, he's not making any moves anywhere, man. I
Good.
mean,
He should stay in his cave. Go away.
I see nothing from him or anybody else in the way of
Have you seen him throw a football at all? He
I
doesn't
seen
throw
him
footballs in the offseason. Like, how do I don't get it. Anyway,
he threw some to DK Metcalf. I thought I saw some video on that. You,
DK Metcalf.
you know,
Just for
whatever that was
fun.
him. The guy that went to the Steelers.
Nice. Oh, so they were just doing an Instagram like
They might have been
thing.
doing a post for the
Let's get
some
some likes, homie.
maybe. It's possible.
Fair.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think he's gonna play.
I'm just excited for the draft.
It's coming
So close, so close.
Thursday. Let's probably take care of a few things dealing with football before Thursday. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. This is fun.
Performers of the week. And my performance of the week is an unfortunate one because as a Penguins fan, it pains me to say this, but Ovechkin, following his Gretzky record-breaking year, scored a goal from his favorite spot, which I don't know why people let him on that spot anymore. And then the game went to overtime, and he scored again. I'll give you one guess from where.
The spot?
That fucking spot again. And Washington won 3-2. Ovechkin was the hero. This could be one of those walking off into the sunset moments, the start of. So keep an eye on Ovechkin in the. Are they the Capitals still? Yeah, I guess they are the Capitals.
They are still the Capitals. They did not change names. There is
Fair
nothing
enough.
offensive about their names. They
It's
are
the bullets.
Washington
It's the bullets that changed to the
and they're the
something.
Capitals. Well, you already mentioned it before. You kind of stole my thunder, but Florida Panthers is going to be my chug in the win the goals and them winning their first game.
Yeah, we had to
I,
mention some hockey. Might as well.
you know, I'm The Knicks shouldn't have lost, so they lost my performers of the week. Um,
Right?
yeah. No NASCAR this week, so I didn't have any performers in that
Talladega next
particular
week.
sport. Yes.
Ah, see, yeah, I remember. I was like Talladega next week, and I was like, "Where's Talladega?" I'm like, they took off.
They gave Easter off, unlike the rest of the sports who make their players play. The people in NASCAR took that day off.
Did you
Yeah.
do anything for Easter?
I did brunch and an Easter egg hunt with the kids and the ex. It was good. Kids seemed like they had a nice time. That's all that matters.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I celebrated 420 on Easter.
it was 420. I totally forgot about that. It was so funny because um somebody had said it to me, happy 420, and I was like, I went to a store, and as I was walking into that store, the guy was like, so happy 420, huh? And I was like, oh shit, I forgot it was even,
Right? They
which was
comboed holidays. It was madness.
it was good though because I had forgotten about it, but the store I walked into, the deals worked out well because they had deals that day.
Nice.
So I
Yeah,
was like,
my bacon wrapped asparagus ended up being delicious. So that's all I wanted.
I made 4 pound, 3.4 pounds of wings last night.
Nice. By
I had
yourself?
like I had like 40 wings last night. It was
Hey,
insane.
hot sauce and chicken. That's super healthy.
I believe so.
Yeah, totally.
Air fried, air fried, fresh chicken, air fried, you know. So I think it was pretty good. I had like 30 of the damn things.
Hey,
So
you know they're good when you keep eating them.
I kept eating them. I ate them until the plate was empty. I mean that Marcus kid was over. We had a pretty rough Monday at the old United States Postal Service.
Oh, so now I have to be jealous of this Marcus character. You got a new best friend. I don't know if I like that.
No, not really. It's just like 30, it's like 35 years old or something like that.
Oh, that's fine. 35.
Right? Remember those days?
I'm like, it's almost my age. I'm looking forward to game 3. Pistons against the Knicks. What are you looking forward to? Uh
Talladega.
Talladega.
I'm gonna wake up
I,
on Sunday and watch Talladega in all its glory.
MILF Central. Biscuits and gravy and MILFs. That's what Talladega's all about.
I didn't see. I was at Talladega last year. I did not see bear one milk. I mean, now I'm struggling. I thought there would have been a lot more, there wasn't.
You, short shorts, Daisy Dukes, nothing like that.
Yeah, there might have been Daisy Dukes. It just problem is they shouldn't have been in them. So
They barely fit. All right.
they were more like Annie Dukes or Fanny Dukes but not Daisy Dukes.
Now, yeah.
No.
Too much in your Dukes.
Too much in the Dukes. Yeah. Oh, they were screaming Dukes.
Help!
Help! Help! So I think that's it. I think that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, nice show.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't bad. We should do it again.
Maybe next Tuesday.
That's not a bad idea. Try to do a couple shorts too, actually.
As long as the Pistons win, I'm all over it.
I mean, I'm gonna try. That's all I'm saying. I'm FB
I'm the Goob for now.
for now.
For now.